Artificial confidence, how to make people act without thinking. It feels like a lot of us are stuck being served the same flavor of perspective at what is truly an endless buffet of experience. As someone who's had to navigate life with severe food allergies, I get what it means to live on a diet of repetition. Imagine chowing down on the same bologna sandwich every day for a decade. Yeah, not fun. Imagine it like watching life from the sidelines as everyone else dives into these new experiences, but you're stuck checking the ingredients just to make sure you won't end up in the ER. And I have, more than once. But this isn't about food, though. It's about how we're digesting new and challenging ideas, or more accurately, how we're not, in my opinion. The lack of intentionality in consumption, along with the systems specifically built to influence behavior and decision-making, have been cooking up what I like to refer to as artificial confidence in our heads. It's the superficial sense of certainty or assurance in your beliefs, opinions, or actions that stem mostly from a narrow exposure to ideas, perspectives, and information. It's not a confidence built on the solid foundation of critical thinking and exploration of diverse viewpoints, but on the shaky ground of repeated, unchallenged narratives and echo chambers. To be clear, it leads people to acting without thinking about, or even worse, taking accountability for, the broader implications of their actions. It's about recognizing when our thinking gets as limited as my lunch options used to be. Okay, let's ditch the food talk and try a school analogy. Picture this. The world's a giant classroom, and we're being handed textbooks with only one story. We miss out on the epic choose-your-own-adventure that life's supposed to be. This one-story-fits-all approach isn't just boring, it's dangerous. It's like building a house on a single pillar. Looks strong from the outside right until a storm hits. Then bam, you're left wondering why you didn't see it coming. We're living in a time where there are dozens of ways to tie your shoes, but we've been told that there's only the bunny ear method or nothing. This black or white, you're with us or against us vibe is a classic trick. It's straight out of the How to Make Friends and Influence People into Zombies playbook. And guess what? It works. This type of consumption and regurgitation of the latest false dichotomy strips us of the opportunity to critically think and arrive at conclusions that not only benefit ourselves and our communities, but society as a whole. Speaking of which, let's talk about America. Not just as a country, but as one of the biggest brands out there. Imagine America as a big-name influencer on social media, except instead of selling cosmetics, get-rich-quick BS, and crypto, it's selling a way of life, a perspective. Here's the kicker. Not everyone buying in is doing so with their wallets. Some are paying with something considerably more valuable, in my opinion, their ability to think for themselves. This isn't about pointing fingers at the corporate elite or diving into theories about who's pulling the strings behind the scenes. It's about recognizing that if we're not asking questions, we're just part of the chorus, singing along without knowing the tune. It's cool to follow, but only if you know why you're in the line and where it's headed. Critical thinking is the cheat code in the game of life. Being spoon-fed just one perspective is like trying to complete a puzzle with only half the pieces. Sure, you can guess what the picture might be, but you'll never see the full image. So what's the game plan? Start by questioning everything. You know that article that made you nod in agreement? Read 3 that challenge it. The news that got you all riled up? Go actually look for the backstory. It's not about changing your mind every 5 seconds. It's about making sure the opinions you hold are truly your own. Let's be the explorers, the questioners, the ones who see 36 paths and decide to carve out a 37th.